Hey guys, Tactical. So, I said I was going to go through part of my bug out bag system and kind of show you how it works. And when I talk about my primary bag, I'll kind of go over why I can't show the whole thing, but we'll get to that in a bit. So, mostly today, I'm just going to go through and show you kind of well, not all of, but most of the different bags that I have, what role they play. And then at the end, I'll kind of show you how this is like a modular system, so I can kind of pick and choose depending on the situation as to what I want to do. But anyway, I want to show you the first bag. Okay, so this is just call it my work bag. This is the bag that I take back and forth to work every single day. In this bag, I've got a couple of different things. In the little side pockets here, I've got my work keys. I've got my work specific ID, so I have to have a flight line badge. I've got that in here. I keep a couple of high frequency use items like batteries. I keep what else do I have in here? A pen. I've got a cell phone charging kit. So just anything that I routinely use goes in here. Like a spare flashlight, it's always good to have one, but it's not something I use on a regular basis, so it doesn't go in here. Then the main compartment on this bag is empty right now because this is where I put all of my stuff that I'm taking to and from work. So that's my first one. Okay, so this is my primary bug out bag. This is my main bag. This is the one that has all of the stuff and the things and everything. Normally, I would carry this bag everywhere I go, but where I live and work right now, I literally live like a mile that way, or work a mile that way. So, in my office there, I have a locker. Then we also have a hurricane locker, so forth and so on. So anything that's in this bag, I have at work, or at least some variation thereof. And whatever's there is probably better. And if I can't get a mile down the road, this bag is probably not going to do me any good. So going in between the two, I'm not really concerned with. So this bag I normally don't carry back and forth with me to work. But if I'm traveling elsewhere, I'll take some variation of it, and I'll get into that at the end with the example. But one thing I will show with this bag is if I open up the main compartment, in here I have this guy. And this is where the most of the stuff is. So my spare flashlight, my spare knife, my battery pack for my cell phone, like all of that stuff is in here. And what's left in this bag is mostly just like my hammock, my rain fly, my spare clothes. There's a cell phone charging kit in here. So once you see the whole thing, it's gonna kind of show how it's redundant to have all of this, which is why I broke it into two, so I can pull this out and take this with me and leave this behind if I need to. But I'll get to that in a bit. Right now I'm going to go on and show you the next big bag that I have. That's kind of almost as important as this one, but not quite, but we'll get into that in a minute. Alright, so this one I think is almost as important as the primary bug out bag. And this one is pretty much I just call it a clothing bag. So in this one, I've got t-shirts, I've got a couple of pairs of pants in here, I've got a long sleeve thermal shirt, I've got a whole hygiene kit in here, I've got one of the, I don't know what you call the towels for like drying your car, like I don't know what that material is called, microfiber, that's it. So I got one of those in here. There's a blanket, I have a cell phone charging kit in here, which is why I'll show you in a few minutes. Like, my cell phone kit in the other bag isn't in the little one, it's in the big one, because if I'm pulling that little one, I'm taking this one. So I'm taking the little one and this one. So I kind of broke my stuff down to where I have redundancies, but I don't have like 5 redundancies. So you should be able to start to see how that all comes together. But I'll go on, I'll show you a couple other bags that I have, and then I'll give you an example of how I would use this. Okay, so 2 more bags I have here. This one is just a Camelback, and it's actually got the Pals webbing on the front, so I attached another 6x6 pouch onto this one, and there's a second pouch here that's built in. So I just use this one as like a day bag if I'm going on like a hike for, you know, an hour or 3 or 4 or something like that. I can take water and anything else that I feel like I might need. So I'll pretty much just throw stuff in here as I feel that I need it. This is a surplus gas mask case that I got at a surplus store for like 13 bucks. And this thing is awesome. I love this thing. It's got one little pouch in here that I use for like paperwork and stuff like that if I'm flying. I use this as my carry-on when I'm flying all the time. There's another little pouch in here. There's a cell phone charging kit in here, so forth and so on. So I'm going to show you one more bag and then I'll get to an example. Okay, this is my camping backpack. Well, one of them. I have 2. It's currently empty right now. The only reason I'm showing it is just to talk about it. It's currently empty right now because I'm revising both of my camping backpacks to set them up a little bit differently than they are right now. This one I'm setting up to be a little bit more long-term for like a through hike or something like that. And then the other one I'm setting up as more of like a 2 to 3 day camping backpack. So I just show this one to, it does play into the system. It is a source of backup stuff, so redundancies and whatnot. But now I'm going to give you a specific example of how I use this system as like a modular take what you need type thing. Okay, so I was going to show you how these 2 bags fit into the first bag I showed you, my work bag, the red one. And I realized that that would be stupid because that's not what I actually did. Last Thanksgiving, right before Thanksgiving, I had to fly home for a funeral. So I'm going to show you what I actually did. So I took, this is a military type, I think it was a flight bag or something. It's a canvas bag. Holds a decent amount of stuff, but I took my clothing bag, stuck it in here, so now I have clothing for a week. I've got hygiene, I've got cell phone charging. Then I took my bag with the rest of my stuff, spare batteries, Mylar blanket, all that type of thing, and I stuck it in here, and I've got tons of room left over.